I know there's plenty of people that I know personally. I show them some stuff and they'll be like, no way. Or they'll be like, nah, that stole some art from somewhere. What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the What's Going On podcast. I know it's been a while. We're going to switch things up a little bit. When I first started this podcast with Andre, it was something that we did for fun. We had a lot of discussions. It was also kind of like a break from some of the funny, more commentary style videos that we did on our reactions. In a similar format, man, I've added one of my other dogs, man, Jamal. He's going to be coming on with me today and talking. He's gonna come on with me for quite a few episodes, man. Actually gonna come on with me until he's ready to hop off the train, to be honest with you. But without further ado, man, my dog Jamal, man. Appreciate you for coming in today, man.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's go. Hey, it's your boy in the building.
He's actually not new to the channel. I was about to say new, but he's actually, for those of y'all who've been rocking with us for a while, he's actually on some Arcane videos, and he's actually going to be on a few other videos that we have coming up too outside of the podcast related stuff. But I know typically when people come on to new things for the first time, they'll be like, all right, introduce yourself and tell them this and this and this. Now we're going to skip all of that. Y'all got to
skip all that
to find out more details about Brother Jamal. So.
Yeah, come on now.
But yeah, so for today's topic, I know a lot of people have been speaking on it. It's been all in the news for various different reasons, and that is AI. Specifically, we're going to talk about AI art, but we're going to talk about a lot of things. Brother Jamal, man, just off the bat, what is AI art and how good do you think it is currently right now?
Okay, well, of course, when you break down AI, of course, we're not talking about Allen Iverson. For anybody watching this, exactly right. That right. We already know what he did to Jordan. So AI by itself, right? I'm a person that like to break things down. AI is artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, artificial intelligence, it ain't really something that's too new, but what's being brought to the table to us is that they're integrating artificial intelligence into things that we commonly are familiar with, such as art, and text, and you name it. So when it comes to AI art, right, you have people utilizing something that shortcuts the workflow in order for some art to then be completed for someone's liking. Facts. So that'll be like a brief synopsis of what AI art is, right? Basically, artificial intelligence is able to come in, integrate your ideas to make some type of art for you in a quick form. Quick and easy. Boom.
For sure. And the quick and easy part is the thing I feel like that has caught the world by storm for various different reasons. One, it's really good, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This stuff is really good. I feel like a lot of times people would say, you know, robots and AI can do things more technical. This stuff is pretty creative. And I know there's a lot of arguments about, well, robots and AI can't do creative things. It's not considered to be creative. But the things that I've seen from it have been pretty creative. I will start by this. My first experience with it was seeing a lot of people either on Facebook or Instagram make alternate profile pictures of themselves. I think that was my first iteration. And I was looking like, goodness gracious, these look good. And I'm not saying you as a user look bad, but you look way better than your normal self in this picture.
Man. Oh my goodness, right? The stuff that I was seeing, it got to the point where I got tired of looking at it. Like I kept seeing it. I was like, yo, you looking too good. Like, come on. Like, I'm like, I can't keep looking at this, man.
Man, stop playing with yourself.
Man, okay. So here's what I want to mention really quickly, right?
Yeah.
So what's interesting about the AI art and how literally it's almost as if it just came out of nowhere. What we also have to mention is, I don't know if this is too early in the conversation, but we have things pertaining to let's say deep fakes. Are you familiar with deep fakes?
Yeah. For sure. The Kendrick Lamar music video was my first introduction to that.
Okay, that's the first. Okay, gotcha. So Okay, so to some people or to the masses, that may be some people first introduction to that. To some other people that may, scour the internet and see certain things, they may have witnessed deep fakes of, let's say, for instance, a celebrity on celebrity's face on somebody else's body. So there's already examples out there. What happened is now, due to the advancement of artificial intelligence, now these things have gotten so great, so good, to the point where now we have to question, no, that's the real one. No, that's the real person, right?
For sure. And actually, like, you hadn't got there yet, but this is actually going to be not the next topic, but the topic after the next topic.
Yeah, that's I try not to jump too far ahead.
More about that one. But so going back to the previous conversation, my first interaction was seeing different people on social media use it. After seeing that, my first response is like, dang, I'm curious to see what I would look like as different. Not that I wanted to be like on the beach with a 10-pack or nothing like that. But I'm like, I want to see what I look like as an anime character, or as like a cyberpunk character, or a lot of different things like that. So did you ever make that leap after seeing it to go find out one of the apps to try it on yourself?
Honestly speaking, no. Because I was curious, but I wasn't that curious to try it on myself. Because I'm like, man, bro, I only want to see an actual, like, real picture of me. Yeah. And if it is edited up, it's gonna be something that I put together that's kind of like, all right, so this is me holding the sword, this is me doing a Kamehameha. Like, that's just me personally. So everybody else, right, like you said, that first introduction to, like, people really using AI, the profile picture, like you said, the 10-pack, they look very like, have you ever heard that word, like, Chad?
I haven't heard that before.
Like, they look very like
that for me in the audience.
They look very what's this smolder look, the Rock. Like, you got like this look that's like, oh, okay. Like, it's almost like
I'm lost in the sauce now.
Okay. Picture Dwayne Johnson from like Jumanji or Jumanji, like, and like he, like, how he like swole and stuff,
so
right?
So are you saying it looks too good to be true?
Yeah. You have people that get with the image, they look too good to be true. Like, the skin is very smooth, and then the eyes is like majestic. Like,
I feel you on that.
They got the the Michael Ealy eyes.
Part of me thinks the Michael Ealy eyes. A part of me thinks, like, do you feel bad after posting these? Because it's like, after seeing that, you're like, dang, I don't look this good. I wish I looked this good.
I'm gonna tell you why they don't feel bad. You know what it is? Because it's the same thing, that it's that dopamine hit. You post that picture and them likes start coming through. How you gonna feel bad? But they don't like
you. It's not you though.
Hey, listen. You gonna make me jump into something that I believe is the next topic, because here's the thing: if we get onto the women, in the I don't want to go there yet. Cause
they should have waited to look. I'm gonna tell you the truth. They should have waited to make Catfish now. They should have made Catfish now. Because people can say that is me. It's just another version of me. Hey, they should have waited to make Catfish now. This is what I'll say. So I never used one of those apps, and a part of me was because, like, I was actually somewhat nervous about using those apps, and I'm gonna tell you why. It was more so from the putting all my personal images up there. And if you read the fine print, sometimes, like, they could use those images. Like, people don't read some of the fine print. They could use those images for whatever reason. A lot of times you just upload your stuff and you get some spit back, and it's like, okay, well, what are y'all doing with my source image that I uploaded?
But ain't that first? But don't that same don't that same concept go for, like, say for instance, if I post an image to Facebook, if I post an image to Instagram, for sure, we may not read the terms and conditions. We may not read what we're actually agreeing to when we post this image. They can use our likeness. They can monetize off our likeness. The same way we can monetize off ourselves. They get a percentage of that.
But mine was on some, like, the 6-day stuff, though. I'm thinking they get my image, get enough image of me to wipe me out, make another Addison to do whatever they want Addison to do. It was on some
you going, like, there. You going the Terminator route. You going there.
But that was just like I watched too many science fiction movies, so that was on the back end. But what I'll say is this: my actual personal experience with AR art came with Midjourney. And Midjourney is actually still an application that I use to this day for various reasons. Are you familiar with Midjourney?
Yeah, I remember having a conversation with you about Midjourney, and you was actually showing me some stuff that you did, and I was like, "Yo, that's dope." The was it the isometric illustrations, that whole design when people use like isometric designs or the isometric look.
And right now it's more than just isometric. It's a lot of realistic things. And this is what we'll do. Like over the course of this episode, we'll come up with a prompt or something, and we'll showcase that AI image at the end using Midjourney, just to kind of give y'all a glimpse of what the power of it is. But my personal experience has been with Midjourney. Midjourney is not the only AI art program out there, but it is the one that I'm the most familiar with. And I will say my first interaction with it, I was blown away. I was blown away, and it's one of those things where I almost got scared for the industry of graphic designers, industry of anybody creative, and more so because of the time. And I feel like this is a good segue for us to go into the dangers of AI. I'm gonna put a bookmark on that, scared for the industry, and I want to talk a little bit about what you were talking about in regards to the deepfake stuff. Let's go back to that one.
Okay. So if, from my perspective, right, the dangers that AI holds is that when you have artificial intelligence, we have AI art or AI images or even AI videos. Matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and throw in AI audio, which is even scarier, probably.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that one yet, for sure.
And I don't know if you heard it. I've heard AI audio of individuals,
for sure.
And it's not them, but it sounds like them. So when you pair the audio with the visual that one can do, not an image, a visual, this is when stuff like this can become very dangerous, because people can start to appear as you to try to steal information on your on behalf of you. Maybe steal your social security number, maybe get access to your bank account. Now, again, would this work in person? No, not exactly. However, speaking through
make money on your behalf without you giving consent too.
Man, listen, speaking of making money, right? You know, you have particular, let's just say you have particular industries out there where people make money off of their image. And we know that when it comes to content creation, right, your likeness, your image is your brand. Matter of fact, anytime you're out there on social media, it doesn't matter what you do, who you are, your name, whatever, that is your brand. Your name, your tagline, whatever, is your brand. And if you have someone that's out there mocking you, mimicking you, imitating you, looking like you, they're stealing from the pot, they're stealing from your brand. Right, and that takes away from the money that you're able to make. And on top of that, if they're using your face or using your voice and doing things that is destructive, that goes against, let's say, for instance, something that you stand for from a morality standpoint. For sure. Now they're putting, they're defaming you in a way and getting away with it. And it's like, yo, that's not me. I'm not doing that.
For sure. And on a deeper level too, because with social media now, you can see one thing and be like, Joe Rogan said this, or Kanye West said this, and it's like, can I see that video, bro?
Yeah.
Like it can say, like I want to say some egregious thing just as an example, but I don't want to say nothing too crazy before we get kicked off YouTube. But it can say so and so said, you know, he'll smack a baby or throw a baby off a cliff. It's like, can I see that clip, bro? And it's like, okay, that sounds like his voice. It looks like his face. Is that him though? And the reason I bring this up, I've seen a lot of Keanu Reeves videos. I don't know if you've seen those that have come across your timeline. It is not Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I seen those.
It looks, the John Wick ones.
Yeah, I seen that. And even like, I seen some people like Robert Downey Jr. like dancing or doing something. It's like, no, it's not. It's not even Robert. Is,
it looks just like him. It's just, I know he wouldn't do stuff like that. So well, I don't think he would do stuff like that. Well, not at least on camera. But it just looks so good. And now the thing is, Somebody could go stage a whole crime, do something crazy, and put it on film, and then it get put on TMZ. It's gonna make it hard for TMZ. I'm not gonna lie to you. All the crazy clips that they're gonna be getting over the next coming years, saying so and so did X, Y, and Z, it's gonna be hard for them to get that. Which actually, let's go back to it. I got a conspiracy theory then. So, the video of Jussie Smollett and all them, was it AI? Was it Jussie Smollett?
Hey, I'm telling you, we don't listen.
Because that brother he pleading that he didn't do it. Now that brother,
I'm telling you. I know what his situation. Now he did all that. But here's the thing though. Since you brought up that point, it makes us people can make a strong argument against that. It's like, yo, that wasn't me. That was just somebody that looked like me. And look, I'm not trying to be too funny, but then you got Friday. If people remember the movie Friday, he got fired on his day off for stealing boxes. And what Craig say? He said, that's not me. That's just a Negro that looked like me.
So video evidence used to be the strongest evidence. Pretty much like seeing somebody do something on camera, seeing them in person used to be the strongest evidence. And it's crazy to think now that you cannot even trust that. But I've been thinking that for a long time, ever since seeing Transformers, what is that?
Terminator?
Just any Terminator, any of the stuff looks so good. It's like if somebody wanted to stage something and make it look real. We're at that level in technology now. We're at that level. We're at that time frame. So it's crazy to think that video evidence cannot even be relied upon anymore.
Yeah, it's like seeing video footage of people doing like street magic or something. But it's like, hey, I gotta see that in person. Because that's a video of something that's been done on the street and people like, whoa, what's happening? Listen, video could be edited.
That's a fact. And especially us as people who edit videos, work with videos, we know how pretty simple it is to make things look like something it's not. It's actually not as hard as people may make it seem. But that's a little bit about the dangers of it. It's also, I feel like, from what we discussed, it's going to be dangerous on the aspect of people can do something in somebody else's name. And then also it could hold up the process of justice being served if somebody pleads, I didn't do that now in this day and age. Because you almost have to take a respectful pause and give them the benefit of the doubt, knowing the type of technology that's out right now.
Exactly. Again, that the audio is really important, right?
Audio is crazy, bro.
The audio is important because think about it. There are some cases where, let's say, for instance, in the court of law, right? There's someone's like, this person said this at home. We was arguing, and they said that they was going to, I don't know, kick my dog down the street, right? And it's like, nah. It's like, no, I didn't say that. It's like, no, I got audio recording you saying that. It's like, what? Yeah, listen. And then it's like, what the, bruh, neither one of our phones was even in the room. How'd you even get that audio recorded? Number one, I didn't say that. But then they like, bruh, we hear your voice on camera. We hear your voice on the audio recording right here.
And that's the problem. Once you say neither one of our phones is in the room, but then they end up having an AR image and put a phone right there, right beside you in your hand, saying, look, the phone was right there in his hand. The
phone right there. It's like, what? It's
right like,
nah, hey, listen, hey, it's like, hey, he got a gun on him. What? Look, hey. It's like, yo, it's crazy. It was a gun in the passenger seat. You see the footage, edited. It's like, bro.
But as many dangers as there are with AI, art, AI audio, and AI in general, I want to talk a little bit now about the lucrative side of things, the ways to make money off of it, which is going to be neat, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. So let's brainstorm right here live what we think 5 ways that people can make money off of it is. I'm gonna go first and probably say the most easiest one, which is going to be stock imagery and stock images, stock licenses, stock graphics, things of that nature. What you got for number 2?
I would say like prompts for business purposes. For example, one of the things I've seen is like for online fitness trainers. They've taken advantage of like the AI generated chat. Chat GPT. Taking advantage of that to generate like different prompts to integrate within their online fitness training. like certain things to say, messages, and etc. to generate money for their online fitness business. So I would say that.
Got you. Another one I'm gonna say for number 3 is, and we're going off the head here, guys. So if y'all use any of these and then I'm making bank, man, make sure y'all throw us in the credits or something. So we got some Madison Jamal on what's going on. Is book creation. And Jamal himself is somebody who's wrote books. Now think about how easy it is. You can go ahead and get all your graphics and everything knocked out. Don't even have to hire a graphic designer, illustrator like that. Bam. Graphics right there for a book. Easy peasy.
Yep. Exactly. Done. Matter of fact, just to even add to that, again, this is not one that I would say, but to add to that, audiobook, like potentially using AI for audiobook purposes. But if I had to now add another one, one of the ones I would say is, okay, so this is going to be crazy, but people can, when it comes to the selling of images of self, you can then set up an AI generated fake personality.
Yeah.
And now you have this character that you're now monetizing off of, and you're as if it is a real person, but no one's not going to be able to tell the difference between the AI version of it and if it's actually a real person. So yeah, that's another way people are using it to make money. They have an AI generated made up person that they're literally marketing to people.
And I got another one too, because I dabble, and this is gonna be way out there, and I'm not saying all of these are gonna be super lucrative, but I think a few ways. I'm gonna say for number 5, wedding photography, like portrait photography and all of that stuff. Because how many people spend a lot of money on getting wedding photos done nowadays? If you think about it, you can have your uncle with his little Samsung flip phone go out there, take a few photos, run your photos through an AI art program, put you in some beautiful looking background, a state, some type of backdrop, and do it that way. Or wedding photographers have a service to where we have your realistic photos, and then we have your spice it up, jazz it up set of photos too. So I think that'll be an interesting take too, to do something creative with wedding photos, portrait photos, senior photos, all of that stuff as well. So those are a few different ways.
One more. I had to add one more. And since
you got a bonus one.
A bonus one. Since we are content creators ourselves, one of the ways I've seen people make it a good killing is short form content, being able to add captions to the content in itself. Automatic captions being generated, or being able to use the AI generated to splice up content into shorter form content. So I've been seeing people use AI for that reason.
Got you. And so from a money making standpoint, you think somebody's going to have a business where they reach out to different creators and be like, hey, we can go ahead and get you some AI generated captions and all this stuff for your videos to quicken your process up? Is it?
Okay. Yeah. Sweet, nice, sweet. Quick. Yeah. They even got it to the point where, they got software that say, man, listen, man, you could take this one video, we could chop this one video into like 30 clips. And then, and then we got videos that you could upload all throughout the week, already finished for you.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And I've already been hearing a lot of crazy stories about different people making money with AI art. My only thing is, I feel like if you're listening to this podcast now, if you listen to plenty others, I want to tell you to get in now, because I feel like soon it could be super oversaturated.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be super oversaturated, because right now it's in a phase to where I know there's plenty of people that I know personally. I show them some stuff and they'll be like, no way. Or they'll be like, nah, that stole some art from somewhere. You may not know where they got it from, but it took it from somebody. It's like, no, I'm telling y'all, like, it didn't steal it. It referenced millions of thousands of things to create this, but it did not take this actual piece of art from somewhere and put it on there. And it's hard for people to believe. And this is the thing. They only believe it when they be like, all right, let me do it. Let me see Oprah Winfrey marrying Courage the Cowardly Dog in the middle of the desert. And then puts it in there, and then Mason is like, oh, oh, this ain't no joke. And then they start to understand what it is. But going into that, after we talked about the money side of things, let's talk about this. There's a portion of people, right? There's people who are just infatuated with it. They love it. They're trying to utilize it. And there's people who are like, bro, this is trash. Like, this is stealing. This is not right. This is not art. I'm telling you, there's certain forums. If you go to some art forums on Facebook or groups or whatever, and you put some AI art, my brother, they will chop your head off. They might show up to your door.
Probably get banned.
That's a fact. Or you would get banned. At the minimum, at the most pleasant experience, you'll probably get banned from it. So what is your thoughts about that and that argument and the way people feel on that?
Well, this is not anything new. I mean, anytime something new becomes part of how we advance from a technological standpoint, there's going to be some apprehension towards utilizing it. For example, right, we have a long history of this. Think about when emails first became a thing, right? Again, I'm young, so I'm going off.
I feel like it was always there for me, but I hear you.
Yeah, exactly, right. So I'm young, so when I'm sharing, it's based off of information that I know, based off of what older people have talked about. So when emails first became a thing, people was like, "No, I don't want to do that. That sounds too intrusive. That seems like I'm sharing too much information. I'm good on that." Now, what do? Everyone and their mama has an email. Even an elementary school child has an email now. Same thing with cell phones. No, I don't want to use that cell phone. I'm cool with landline. I'm cool using my pager. Now everyone and their mama has a cell phone. Even children have cell phones, right?
Yeah.
We could say the same thing with, let's say, cryptocurrency. When cryptocurrency first came around, hell no, I'm not doing any of those things. And now, guess what? If you would have taken advantage of that cryptocurrency, there are people at the time when they did, they're millionaires, or billionaires. But then other people are doing the cryptocurrency on the back end, but they wasn't able to take advantage of that massive growth that happened. So again,
and just a disclaimer for those of y'all who are out there, we're not, giving you any financial advice on what you should
we're not doing any of
money. Just talking examples here.
I'm glad you said that, right? We ain't doing any of that, right? So now, speaking of the AI stuff, I think that's what's happening now. There's going to be some aversion. There's going to be some apprehension towards someone wanting to take advantage of it. As time passes, people are going to become a little bit more acclimated to being able to use that to speed up their workflow or make it a part of their process, or, as I like to say, add it to their arsenal, meaning that it's a weapon that they can use, but they don't have to necessarily use that weapon.
That's a fact. I agree with that. And on this topic a little bit more, which towards the beginning of this conversation, I said a lot of people are going to be in trouble, but only in trouble based upon how you look at it. I feel like this is nothing that should be undermining the work that people have put years into practicing design, practicing art, and doing things of that. Like, I don't think those people should or will be replaced, but I do feel like it could somewhat be a threat to them, because now you get into this instance, and it just has to do with time. We live in a generation now that AI art out the way, people want stuff here and now. You know what I'm saying? Videos here and now. Like, you shoot something, even sometimes when I shoot sporting events, it's like, yo, you gonna have that video to me in an hour? It's like, I'm gonna get my car, I'm gonna go stop by Wendy's, get me something to eat, I'm gonna go home, back up the footage, and then I'm actually gonna work on another project that I shot last night, and then I'm gonna get to that. But now when it comes to like artists maybe want a mixtape covers, like, all right, she had a mixtape cover to me about tomorrow. It's like, well, give me a week, bump it, never mind. AR art mixtape cover with the futuristic galaxy background, bam. So from that instance, I feel like it could potentially make people better, because now it's going to challenge people to be creative under shorter time frames. Or as an artist, if it helps you conceptualize things, you write a prompt and then you do your own style and draw things out and make it. But at the same time, I'm not advocating that AI art replace artists or graphic designers who've spent time within the field, but it is a cool tool for people who are maybe not up to the level that they are in art and want to utilize it and want to have things that are creative done, whether it's just for their own personal sake. So that's where I stand on that debate. I can see the frustration with some people, but when it comes to the stealing word, what are your thoughts about that?
Stealing is, I look, you know what's interesting? Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to wrap my head around the stealing. Cause if I'm not, I could be wrong on this. Even if you put in the same prompt, right?
Yeah. You never get the same thing twice.
Yeah, you're not going to get the same thing twice. There's going to be something different. Now, if it's something word related, that's a little bit different, like text wise. I've seen it to where I'll type something into like I think I was using like ChatGPT. I was watching a video, following along to a tutorial, and it pretty much spit out the same text, but it was different because it was my brand name and not the person's brand name in the YouTube video that I was watching. However, that still makes it unique in what I was like looking at. The idea behind it was to pretty much take the prompt in itself, go with the allotted characters that was given, which was like 150 characters, and make some tweaks and changes to it based off of the original prompt. So again, people do that with the art. They take the prompt that they put in, the art comes out, and then it's up to the artist to decide whether they can go along with what they was given or make tweaks and edits to what was given to them to then make it better or make it more to their liking.
For sure.
So stealing, so just to address that, no, I don't think it's stealing, right? Because what's being stolen? Like for something to be stolen, it would have to be in the possession of someone else's, or it have to be owned by another individual for me to then steal it.
I feel you. No, that's a great point. I think I don't consider it to be stealing either. I consider it to be a strong reference. A strong reference for sure. And that just goes with everything. Like nobody really gets better without referencing something else in some way, whether it's a measuring stick, whether it's this is what has been deemed as successful. But the way people reference things are different. Some people just straight up copy, and then some people add elements. And this is where I like things the most. You add elements, especially like for basketball. All right, I want to be as smooth as Kobe, have handles like Kyrie, and be as reserved and calm as Damian Lillard. Like that's elements from different people. It's not stealing, it's implementing and referencing. And I feel like that is what AI is doing it lightning fast. Let's talk about where you feel like the future of AI art. Let's talk about AI art in general, because AI is a broad term. What do you feel like the future of AI art is? Or what is it?
I mean, the future is endless, meaning that when it comes to art, what's the saying? Art imitates life. Right? Okay. Art is life in itself. Art is a manifestation of life. So when it comes to the direction where it could go anywhere. Food, nature, museums, sports, any industry that you can think of, AI art has a place in it. Okay. It as great as the imagination, so is the capabilities of the AI art. Yeah. That's how endless the AI art can go. You can have someone do either a recreation or an inspired version of a mural that could then go into a restaurant or go into some type of building, you name it. Again, museums, the MoMA or whatever in New York. You can have very popular museums or even local museums that's going to then have like AI art showcases, right? So again, it can literally go you could go anywhere with this. As great as the imagination, so is the AI art.
That's a good one. And the thing that you just said that is super dope is an AI showcase. I feel like conceptual AI art exhibits would be so dope. Like, it would be so crazy.
Think about how interactive it would be.
How interactive it would be as well, too. Now, this is what I'll say about this. One of my final thoughts just about the future of it. What we're seeing right now from AI art is the worst that you will ever see.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
What you're seeing right now is the worst that you will ever see.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I feel about that. I'm getting updates. Like, so I said, like, and it's no secret. Like, I'm not trying to hide anything. One of the things I use is Midjourney. And a few of y'all may or may not know this. Some of the thumbnails that have been on this channel have been made. I'm not going to tell y'all which ones. I'm going to see if y'all know how to point it out. Have been made with AI art, with Midjourney. A lot of the elements from it have been made with Midjourney and AI art. And I put it out there just to see if some people can catch it or not. But what we're seeing right now is the worst. It's only going up from here. It's just getting better. Like, it's getting better at recognizing details, facial features, fingers, all of that. So
the fingers. The fingers,
yo. Fingers used to be a problem.
It's getting better. Yo, hey, that's how you know it's AI art. They can't do the fingers well.
The fingers is getting better. But as we come to a close on this topic, man, it's so much. It's like, I feel like there's so much things we didn't talk about, but this ain't gonna be one of them hour-long podcasts today. We're gonna bring this to a close.
Man, here's the thing. You can say it's so much we did talk about, but it's so much that we did at the same time, man.
That's a fact. So Jamal, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. And the people in the comments who are watching too, y'all get to participate in this too. Jamal, give me one prompt for an AI piece that you want to make, and we'll display it. We'll display it right here in the video.
Let's go with let's say a saber-toothed tiger.
Okay.
Drinking a Coca-Cola, fighting off a polar bear.
Okay, interesting one. All right, so y'all heard it here. And then for those who are watching the video, I'm gonna choose one comment at random. Y'all leave a prompt or leave a description of some AI art y'all want to see in the comments below, and I'm gonna put that on the next video with me and Jamal for y'all to see, and y'all can check that out. Anyway, y'all, it's been your boy Addison and Jamal. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the What's Going On podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the like. Also, be sure to follow my dog Jamal as well on his social media things. We're gonna put all that stuff in the description. And also, if y'all hadn't noticed, man, check out the merch my dog Jamal has on right now. Go on check that out. You see the cap, you see the hoodie. No, he didn't get that from Ross. He didn't get that from Target, although there's nothing wrong with either one of those places. I shop at there frequently. That's his custom merch, man. Y'all make sure to shop with my boy. We'll have those links in the description as well. Anyway, catch y'all on the next episode of the What's Going On podcast, and we out.
Peace out.